Hi, Karen with you today. Thank you so much for joining me for a scrapbook layout for Kitaholic Kits using the October kit. This layout is going to feature the Paige Evans Floral Ephemera, and also I'm using the mixed media kit. So for the mixed media kit to start off with, I have pre-gessoed my white cardstock just with clear gesso, and I decided I'm going to use the stencil with some modelling paste. That modelling paste is from within my stash. I have sprayed a little bit of the sheer shimmer in gold. I don't make it too heavily gold. I didn't want to make the liquid. I didn't want to liquefy, I guess, the modelling paste. So it gives a very light colour through that, which was okay for me. I was quite happy for it to be a little bit subtle, but there is definitely some colour in that modelling paste. It's a little hard to see on the screen, but you can see it in the close-ups a little bit later on. I've just then added and tapped around the page a little bit just to add a little bit more texture, just using up some of that modelling paste that was left on the stencil. And then I go in with just a little bit of a packaging technique with the gold shimmer as well. I place the gold shimmer onto a piece of plastic and I just touch the plastic throughout the modelling paste. I don't drag it through though. I just really wanted to give some random areas of that gold shimmer across the page. So my layout is actually, like I said before, featuring the flowers, and I'm thinking I'm going to do a bit of a garland, I guess, across the page from right until left, and sort of in a bit of an arc sort of shape. And then I'm going to use the Paige Evan thicker pieces, the actual sentiments in the thickers, as the title as well. I picked this little photo of Jacob, my little boy. Although obviously we all know that he's not that little anymore. This was just a photo sitting amongst my photo box. I've got so many that I've never scrapped before, so I'm really going back into the archives, I guess, to start scrapping some photos of when he was younger. All photos from when he was younger, because this is 24 years ago now that when he was born. Nothing was digital back then, so most photos that I have of him when he was a baby and in those first few years is very much they've been printed, and you had to rely on, was I holding the camera properly? Not like we can now with just deleting when we don't like a photo. Anyway, I digress. So for the flowers, I have turned up the edges, and I've also popped them up on some foam as well to give some lift on the page. I love dimension on a page. And to give even more dimension, I've curled up those edges of the florals as well. So what I've also decided to do is give a little bit of distance between the flowers. As I was starting to put things down, I still wanted to be able to see the mixed media sort of poking through. So I haven't actually joined up all of the flowers. Now some of them are definitely touching as I glue them down, but I do give just a little bit of space between some of those flowers. And I felt that gave a little bit of air to the page as well and didn't feel so clumped together as one big floral there. So as you can see, now that I've started gluing those down, I've given them a little bit of space to actually breathe. I have backed the photo as well with some of that gorgeous mustardy yellow patterned paper. Oh gosh, that mustardy color is so beautiful. The biggest color that I loved on this page though was that flower right there, that greeny flower. Oh my goodness, that color is so beautiful. I would actually be happy with a whole packet of those. I don't know why. I'm not normally green when it comes to scrapping, but I love the richness of that color. And I thought that it threw back quite well to the shirt that Jacob's also wearing. And then I have, look at me go. I'm using my T-squared ruler today, trying to make that growing statement there straight, and I actually think I do a pretty good job. Maybe I just needed to practice. If you've seen any of my previous ones where I could not get a straight line ever, so I've started using it a little bit more, and yeah, I'm pretty confident that that's as straight as, well, it's as straight as ever I'm going to get it. So I do apologise. I have gone off screen a little bit here. I didn't realise, but I didn't put a marker on my desk that I normally put on when I actually put my camera on, and didn't notice that I had not done that, and so I had moved that layout closer to me. I added in there some more phrases as well, and I do add one of the flowers on the bottom right hand side to form that ending. I guess it just closed off that whole triangle to me. And then I decided that I wanted to have a border around this page. So I do try out a few different ones, but I settle on the darker, more apricot-y, orangey sort of, and there's a little bit of pink on this pattern paper as well. So I'm thinking I want to use this pattern paper later in one of my other layouts for the month. So I am actually gutting that paper as well. I take about a centimetre and a half or inside, and just have and then I place that border around. I do actually distress the edges of the white cardstock as well, because I'd already stuck everything down. I couldn't get my I didn't think I could actually get this with my cutout, but I do end up doing that. I did use the scissors a little bit, and I'm off to the right hand there using my cutting tool as well. And then I distress the edges with my distress tool, just to give it a little bit of more dimension as well. I mean, there's nothing better, is there? So that's pretty much all the layout. Oh, hang on. No, you will see in a moment, I do add some gold shimmer back onto the layout as well, in the form of some splatters as well. And that is the completed page once I've done those splatters. So thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you're having heaps of fun and you're getting a chance to actually use your October kit. Make sure you share what you pull together. The design team and everyone loves to see what you're actually doing. Oh, hang on. Before I sign off, no, I'm not finished. I am not finished. I felt that I needed some leaves on the page. That's right. So, isn't it funny? I've just made this layout and I've forgotten what I did. I don't know how that happens. So, I added a couple of leaves to the page just to add a little bit more of that to suit in with so I've bent them up as well to give them some dimension. Now, it obviously did cover up some of the holes that I'd created, but I really felt though the leaves really sat well and amongst the flowers and just gave that bit of extra added to the page. So I tried a few spots, but just literally went up the page. So just 3 extra leaves went on the page and we were done. So that's when I add in the gold splatters across the page. So again, look, I've noticed I didn't have one of those flowers stuck down. So again, thank you so much for joining me today. Make sure you share what you're up to with all your scrapbooking, and on the Facebook page, there'll be links below to the store if you're interested in actually getting this kit. I think there's still some left in stock, but if not, consider becoming a subby. I'm sure next kit will be just as full of goodies as this one. So again, thanks so much for joining me. I have the completed layout and some close-ups for you as well, so you can see all that dimension that I created in the page. Thanks so much for coming. Enjoy your day.